Happy Saturday, August 1st. Can you believe we're in August already? Yes, we are. July turned out to be a hot one out there. Take a look at these numbers. The July heat reached 21 days of 100-degree temperatures or more for Redding. That is so much. That's 2/3 of the month. Downtown Sacramento hit about a third of the month with 10 days with 100-degree temperatures plus. Now, here are the hottest days that we're looking at. Redding saw 111 degrees as the hottest day in July, 106 degrees for downtown Sacramento as well as Stockton, and Modesto, 104 degrees. Man, these temperatures were hot in July, although the San Joaquin Valley saw 3 and 4 days of 100-degree temperatures. So not quite as many days as areas further north, Sacramento, and especially Redding. So we did see quite a bit of that heat for July, but guess what? August is here, it begins, and temperatures are already trending downward, which is a good sign for a lot of people. We know the heat did start a bit earlier this year. We saw some 100-degree temperatures even in April. It did turn out to be a quick start to that heat, but it does look like we're going to start cooling down a little bit more now. Now, this weekend, we're looking at upper 90s to even 100-degree temperatures for some areas of the valley, so anywhere from about 97 to about 103 degrees through the weekend, August 1st and 2nd. And then we see that major cool down next week, and I'm talking temperatures back into the 80s. Yeah, you heard that right. About 88, 89 degrees for a lot of the valley spots, and then we'll be in the low 90s, which is still below average for this time of year. Average is about 93 degrees. So here's what we're looking at. We are seeing some low pressure that's way up there into Canada. Now, the associated cold fronts with both of these lows are stretching out pretty far. Now you notice a bit of moisture here for the Pacific Northwest, but it's going to take quite some time for some of that cooler air to start making its way into Sacramento. So we're still going to give it about 48 to 72 hours before it starts making its effect on our temperatures. We're talking Monday night into Tuesday before we actually start to feel the effects of those cold fronts. That'll bring in some cooler temperatures for us. And again, talking low 90s to upper 80s. So some good news there. But for the weekend, we have to get through this heat, upper 90s. Now, the high pressure systems in place, they're going to continue to dominate, and that's what's going to keep the heat in place for the next 3 days. Here's what we're looking at. Clear skies for the valley, for the foothills, and for the Sierra. You still see some lingering areas there where we do see some cloud coverage, and those clouds will move in for at least the coastline for a little bit more. That's just going to keep the coastline there with moderate temperatures, but still pretty warm, low 70s for areas like San Francisco moving through tonight. And these clouds are going to stick around for the next couple of days before we actually see the full effect starting to move inland through the delta as we start getting from Monday night into Tuesday morning, and that'll start bringing in some cool breeze for us. I like to show this because this really gives us a look at what we can expect for the next 6 to 10 days out. This is our temperature outlook. So this is what the entire country expects to see in terms of a cooling trend, a warming trend, and it looks like we're actually going to see quite a bit of cooling. So when you look at blue zones, especially the darker blue, that's well below average temperatures. Anything in gray is right around average, and then slightly below average is what we're going to see for Sacramento. We'll see temperatures, if the average is 93, we're going to be right around 91, 92. So we're just below average slightly. So pretty used to what we should be. The central U.S., look at that, including portions of the Southwest into Texas, above average. And then we see a lot more cooling and normal temperatures once again for areas of the Midwest into the South, and then still a little bit of warming here on the East Coast. As they're still dealing with tropical storms, we're looking at hurricanes there, so a lot of that has an impact on their temperatures in terms of cooling and warming, so they'll continue to see trends of cooling and warming on and off for the next couple of weeks, and even really for the next couple of months, as we're definitely into hurricane season now. Okay, next 10 days, here's what you need to know. We're looking at the warm temperatures for the weekend, so you can see that there in the upper 90s. Some spots, especially further north of Sacramento, maybe into the 100-degree temperature range, like Marysville, up toward Oroville. We're looking about 100, 101, even as high as 103 toward Redding. And then finally, take a look at Tuesday into Wednesday. We're in the upper 80s to low 90s, and then we're right at average temperatures for the next 5 days after that. So we're definitely starting, and the initial cool down as the summer months start coming to an end. So really it's mid-July to the very beginning of August that we start to see the hottest temperatures of the summer. Now we're starting to finally get back to average. It's still hot out there, right? Low 90s is still considered hot, but we can at least take a breath and a little bit of a breather here to know that at least our temperatures are starting to decline, we will take the initial descent.